To kind of set the scene for you, we're expecting this thing to, charge through the Caribbean Sea, possibly then move into the Gulf of America.
Medium chance to develop in the coming days. Odds are 40% in the next 2 days, as well as the next 7 days.
Welcome back to the Carry Handle Podcast with your hosts, Bryce and Kevin, who is drinking a Mexican cola and waiting. Oh, he's eating pizzas. His face is covered in pizza. All right, friends of the channel then.
We want to take this time to thank friends of the channel who provided us 10% discount codes for our listeners. That's you, and we don't get kickbacks. First is Hammy 3D Prints. Thousands of products for firearm storage and other fun stuff too. Code CarryHandle10. Eastern Shore Sling Company. Handmade rifle slings and custom sewing. Dog leashes too. Code CarryHandle. 19 Charlie Tactical. Gunsmithing, Kydex holsters, thousands of drop-ship gun parts, accessories, tools, firearms. Code TheCarryHandle10. And lastly, I want to thank myself for all the scheduling and all the shenanigans I deal with daily. Thank you, Hannah.
Yes, thank you, Hannah. We appreciate everything that she does to be able to put this show on so we can do things. And I'm gonna give Kevin merely another moment because it looks like he's trying to find something. But I think today we are going to talk about first impressions. We're going to talk about 1911s. Kevin's got his 1911. He still has himself muted. Now he's unmuted. How are you, Kevin? The elusive Kevin.
I was better when I was mirroring because then I can do things.
Yeah, you could rub your balls on your mic and do whatever. But now you have to talk.
You
can't do both.
hold an operator. I hold an operator.
We are. I like that we're showing the cameras that the audience can't see the guns.
Right. They can
So
see it
for
in their
people-
mind.
So for people that don't know,
Or
Kevin
blind.
has picked up, again, they can't see this. For people that don't know, Kevin joined the 1911 train. And
Woot.
yes, he did. So let's hear from Mr. Kevy Poo. What'd you get? Why'd you get it? And what do you think so far?
Kevy Poo here. I bought a Springfield operator, commander size. Came with a RFX Viridian optic from the factory, installed from the factory. So get more to that in a moment. I bought it because last few times we talked to Hilton Yam, I was asking him about 1911s, like what 1911 I should start with. And he recommended the Springfield operator. He recommended the 5-inch gun, but I like to be difficult, so I got the 4 1/4 gun. And I really like it. It's nice to finally join the club, albeit it was a little pricey for me to buy. I'm happy that I'm in the club now. Forever understanding the woes and the interest
Trials
in
and
this.
tribulations.
I'm showing Bryce something, and he can tell the audience what happened.
I don't. Did you get pinched? What happened?
No, I did.
What pinched
I
you?
did. What do you mean? What? You know what?
No.
Yeah. What always pinches you?
Like when I reload?
There it is. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah.
You got pinched on the reload from your 1911?
Well, I guess I had my hand in the wrong spot. I shoved it in there. I was like, ow. I'm like, now I feel Bryce's pain.
Yeah, my woes with a Glock 19. So how quickly from when you got it transferred to you to like what was the turnaround time? When'd you go shoot it?
45 minutes.
God bless. So you loaded up the gun, or you loaded
Yep.
up a magazine,
I
and
did.
you pressed your round off. What
I
was your
did.
first impressions shooting the gun?
Beyond the jizzle in my pants.
So was it really that noticeable of a difference when you shot it?
Yeah, I did. So for context, I love giving context. I shot a total of 160 rounds, 40 rounds of Sierra 124 grain jacket and hollow point.
Is that the AAC stuff?
No, it's like the Sierra match, King.
Oh, okay.
I've had it for a long time. I did 50 rounds of Monarch, 115 green, and 100 rounds of MagTech, 115 green ball.
And so how was the first 100 some odd rounds, like, in terms of a shooting experience? How would you rate it?
So the first 20 rounds I shot was the Sierra jacket and hollow points. And I was using that to get my dot on point. Is 124 green. That's about the same weight in flight, like the shape of a duty round that I'm going to use anyway. And I can tell you confidently, this dot's a piece of shit. This Viridian,
Okay,
this
so
Viridian,
we're touching the
I
Viridian.
have
So
to.
you got
I have to.
you-
It's such a piece of shit.
So for reference, you got the gear pack where, like,
I got
it's a
the gear
pre-mounted
pack.
red dot,
Correct.
multiple magazines.
4 magazines out of the box, pre-mounted red dot from the factory, not zeroed. So I had to zero it. Now, normally when you zero something like
Did
a
you
hollow
witness
sun,
mark all the screws?
I'm getting to that. Normally
Oh.
normally when you zero something, say a hollow sun, there's clicks, right? And there's like 4 clicks for a minute
There's
or
feedback.
something. Right.
There's-
There's like each click is a quarter, so you have to do 4 to equal 1.
Mhm.
Typically. So you can do, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can kind of do
Yeah.
the math it out. And then you can
Right.
witness mark it to make sure that it's not going to back out. You'll notice, I'm going to show this to Bryce. You'll notice it's literally just a screw with an arrow that says turn. There's no clicking. There's no anything. It was literally like doing
It's just a
like
grub screw.
I was just doing a half turn with the
So-
Allen key and hoping for
That's
the
kinda-
best.
That's kind of like the Romeos, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But
would you say
but
the
let me get-
Romeo is better than that?
I would because the Romeo does not have this very, excuse my French, queer auto light adjustment where it tries to adjust to ambient
So it's
light.
like an auto brightness.
So if you're standing in a room for a
Mhm.
little bit, it makes sense because you're going to adjust. It kind of adjusts like your eye. Makes sense. If you're in kind of a darker area, it adjusts. Makes sense. If you're in a somewhat dimly, terribly lit indoor range with smoke and fans and shadows, it's like a fucking strobe light. So
Yeah.
imagine trying to
you
not
say
only
s-
zero
So what
Oh,
you're saying is there's
in and out.
refresh?
in and out, in it like a strobe.
Really?
Like an absolute fucking strobe. I was having such a bitch of a time. I got it on paper at 7.
So if you did it again, would you get the red dot?
I would, just because it gives me the plate, so I can take this off and put a 507K on. Even though it's going to kneecap the gun. I know, before you say it, I know it's going to kneecap the gun. We already talked about this privately in messages.
I don't think it kneecaps a gun. I think putting a subcompact red dot on a full-size handgun doesn't make a lot of sense.
Not, but
It
for
is
carry
it's a full-size
purposes,
gun.
for carry purposes, it makes sense because the concealability is going to be that much better.
It's not.
It is.
It's not going to be better.
It might be.
Like that would make sense, like, from like this thing, like the 406. Like, this thing is massive. Like, the difference between this dot and this dot and like a 407 is pretty big.
Wait, show me
But
the
from,
407
like-
again? Yeah, that's what I should get, is a 407.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you need to do is get a 508.
I don't want a
Like, or
508.
the regular, like, RMR
I
sized
don't-
red dot.
I don't want. I can't. The plates are out of. That's really weird. The camera's auto focusing. Sorry. I looked on the Springfield website, and funny enough, they're out of said plates, out of stock.
Did you look at Amazon? Because that's where I got this one.
Yeah, but
You
is it
didn't.
under 50
You didn't.
bucks? Is it under 50 bucks?
No?
I have a coupon. I'm cheap.
A coupon?
A
You have
coupon.
a coupon?
I have a coupon. Other noticeable thing coming from primarily polymer shooting guns.
Did you shoot any polymer guns next to it?
I
or
did
did you just
not.
take it? Okay,
Did
just
not.
by
The only
itself.
polymer gun I had on me was my SIG Naked
Yeah, that's not
365
really.
tucked next to my tits.
Yeah, it's not really a man or a 1-to-1.
Uh, what I did notice was the first couple shots I pressed off just to see where it was on paper. It was like low. I was like, why is it so? That's so weird. I'm like, wait, I'm like, am I putting input? Am I
Yeah,
driving
like
this too hard?
overdriving the gun.
And so
Yeah.
I backed off. I mentally tried to back off I just slightly did a press, boom, right where it needs to go. I was like, okay,
It What's
that's
interesting with
different.
these guns, when I started shooting in 1911, like 6 or 8 years ago, yeah, however long ago.
10 administrations ago.
So, however long ago, when I was going from shooting like Glock 34s and stuff like that, and then switched to a 5-inch 9mm 1911, I did notice I was overdriving, or I was like crashing into the trigger. I was pressing the trigger way harder than I needed to because I'm used to I mean, Kevin knows I
Yeah.
like a heavier double actiony, like striker fired trigger. And then I was going to these where I typically make the triggers light or heavier because I usually shoot them a little better when the triggers are closer to Glock triggers, which I know is kind of sacrilegious making a 1911 shoot like or have a Glock style trigger. But I do like a bit of a roll. I prefer less of like a single stage. I like a double or a two stage with kind of like a I don't know, like a multifaceted press.
Yeah, so it's okay to be a weird guy.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't really like. I don't like when it's like a glass rod. That's not my favorite.
I
I don't like
I'm
that.
I'm quite enjoying the glass rod feeling, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's so maybe it's because it's so different from what I'm used
Mhm.
to that I'm enjoying it until I'm kind of like,
Well, so you have a 4 1/4 bushing barrel commander sized gun,
yes,
aluminum frame.
yes.
So yours and for reference, I have a steel frame railed operator or a TRP. Uh, so I mean, similar, just a little different in terms of weight, and I mean the just like weight on the slide and stuff like that. But what did you notice? I mean, in terms of like actual shooting, did what was your experience actually cranking rounds off? Like other than overdriving,
Other than overdriving, it was very pleasant. I mean,
even just being in the aluminum gun,
yeah,
because
even
normally aluminum 9mm, like foreign or like commander length 9mm, have been reported to be potentially snappy. Now, that's relative to a 5-inch gun.
I I feel like this is gonna sound kind of silly, but I feel like because I'm used the Glock 19 size platform and other some compact platforms for so long, I mentally have like just gotten myself past the snappiness. Like I grip it and rip it.
Well, and I think you coming directly from a P365 and a Glock 19 straight to a metal framed 1911 of really any kind. I mean, I think it's probably going to shoot a little bit nicer.
Yeah, I mean it's like driving like a '98 fucking Honda Civic, with a shit gearbox for like 10 years, and then hopping into a brand new car that has like a smooth gearbox. You're like,
Yeah,
whoa, you know.
yeah. It's interesting because I mean, even shooting the 5-inch gun, the recoil is now the 2K11 I've been talking about. Those shoot like smaller guns, but also like a bigger gun. Like it tracks like a smaller gun, but the shootability is like of that of a full size. So this is a little lower than that in terms of shootability scale, but I don't know. It's really nice getting back to shoot 1911s. Now, what I will say is you reload a lot more.
You
You do
do.
quite a bit more reloading.
And
So I
and
mean,
that was the problem I kinda had was the mag was a little sticky if I,
yeah.
stacked it up to 9, and then I don't know, but it's like that's just the mag thing. I can get over that.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the mags that come in with the gun.
They
But
they got me to the range, so and they'll keep getting me to the range until I can buy new ones or
yeah, that's
better
fair.
ones.
I mean, that's a pretty realistic way of looking at it. So in terms of, I mean, how did the gun behave? I mean, past shooting it, like, did it work?
Yeah, so I had one
You're not didn't
actual
sound very convincing.
No, no, I'm being open, transparent, and honest here. I actually have notes on this. I took a play out of your book, and I was trying to do some notes to track things very very loosely. I had one full stoppage, round fired, gun did not cycle to eject. It kind of did like a half little burp. Last round in the mag,
Just like a pop.
like like that. Like it didn't even
And there was a fired case in there? And when
there was
when you did this, when you
it,
cycled the slide, a case fell out?
it spit the case out. Yeah. Last round in the mag.
Interesting.
So I don't know if it was underpowered. I don't know if it was a light. I don't know.
Was this Monarch or
It was Monarch, but
how
it's
old
the
was
only
it?
time brand new.
Interesting.
And then I had a few other times where the gun failed to go into battery, all like by a millimeter. So basically,
Yeah. Well,
I just tapped my thumb on the back and rocked
did
and
you
rolled.
you saw my post about the stoppages I had with this thing, right?
I did.
Or it was just kind of like barely out of battery.
Yes, yes. I had
I
the
only had
same.
one though. I had
I
one
had I had two, I think, in total.
because
One was
I'm about
Monarch and one was Magtech.
I'm probably at like 800 rounds with this. And I mean, I've only had no, only two stoppages in 800 rounds is kind of a bummer, but uh
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I was willing to chalk it up more to the Cerakote.
yeah, I mean, when the gun was I was kinda mag, like 9 rounds, bang, 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 drop the mag, 9 rounds, bang, bang, bang. So I was getting it a little toasty, not too toasty.
Mhm.
What else?
How does the slide to frame feel like? I mean, how does it like when you rack it? Like, does it feel tight? Does it feel sluggish?
Yeah,
Like, how is the fit of the gun?
I mean,
Because I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not the most.
it
It's
feels
not an
pretty good.
entry price. Yeah, it's not an entry priced gun, but it's also not
I
like
mean, it
full
feels
custom territory. So, like,
now
how
that
would you rate it?
now that I'm worked it in, because when I first got it,
Yeah,
it was sticky as hell. But you told me once I shoot it a
really?
couple of times, it was I had to like fucking crank on it
That's interesting.
to rack it. Yeah. So maybe I lucked out and they actually QC'd this one.
Maybe it'll be interesting. How is the fit like when you if you put your thumb on the bottom of the trigger guard and you put your finger on the top of the barrel hood and you compress them together, does it give any?
On the bottom of the trigger guard, like
Yeah.
this.
So if you yeah like squeeze as hard, does the barrel drop or can you feel any?
No.
Okay, so that's called testing for barrel squat.
So is that good if it doesn't happen?
Yeah, yeah. If there's no up and down play when the gun's like locked up in battery and you're trying to like test for barrel squat, if there's that's good.
What
It
would
typically
what would cause barrel squat?
an improper fit barrel,
Mm,
slide stop pin, link. I mean, you know, there's a couple
okay.
things. It's kind of like it's kind of like if people are afraid of like, or if people are familiar with like shopping for like used revolvers, tapping
Uh-huh.
or testing for if the gun's in time, like putting your fingers on the cylinders and retarding the rotational motion. And then
Uh-huh.
if it doesn't lock up, it's out of time, or if like, you know, the in shake for how much movement back, front and back there is and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and then also figuring out the crane alignment and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like you can do those preliminary like fit checks to a 1911 or a 2011 respectively. But the
Yeah.
squat test is kind of indicative of the build quality, kind of along the, and then you can also, with the gun locked in battery and then obviously properly cleared, you can also take your thumb if you're if you're man enough, and actually test the fit of the gun locked into battery, like on the barrel, like back and forth. You can actually kind of feel it, and then you can kind of just twist on the slide and
Oh, kind of like
mess
that.
with it. Yeah,
It's not moving.
it's good. Means it locks up pretty nicely. So now, granted, what'll probably happen is over time it'll get looser because now I don't know, people can hear that, but there's a little bit of play. I mean, it still feels like buttery smooth, but the gun's loosened up a little bit because of when it's been fired, it's like surfaces like or not like I keep saying like surfaces beating on each other and kind of rounding off
Yeah.
are, they kind of give
Per-
themselves
per-
a little bit more play.
Per for the
And
course. Yeah.
yeah, and then the Cerakote wears down enough to where it kind of loosens the gun up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, which I mean, in this case, as both of us are kind of figuring out that we don't like Cerakote very much.
Well, of notes, I know that you had light primer strikes. I've had
Yep.
none. Even when the
Yeah,
Monarch.
but we also you sent me pictures of that Monarch, and that looked different than the stuff that I shot. Like it had a different case or case head stamp. So, yeah, I mean,
Well, it had the same case head stamp or the same primer style that the Magtech did. So I
that's right.
wonder.
You did say maybe that
I was
was
like, now what I didn't like was some of the brass was flying into my face. So that wasn't too fun.
that can be something in the extractor, or that could be potentially in this extractor. If you do the next time you go shoot it without a magazine in it, load around, and then kind of loose. You don't have to like don't hold it like a proper like you're about to do a double or you're going to do doubles or air controlled pairs. Just kind of hold the gun loosely and see if it'll kick the case out. And that's kind of like a really quick and dirty extractor test to see if the gun's tensioned correctly. The other thing you can do is you can take the slide off the gun, take the barrel out, everything, and slide a cartridge underneath the extractor and feel how hard it is, or get an idea of how difficult it is to push it down off the breech face. And then if it doesn't hold it by itself, that means you need more tension. And if it takes like a lot of effort to push it out, that's too much.
It's too tough. I bet you they erred on the side of caution and they overdid it a little bit.
So my experience is typically it's just like if it's spitting them wherever, I always in my experience with Springfield specifically, it's that they don't tension them enough.
Oh.
But more to your point, typically if the gun's not going into battery, that's definitely because the 1911 is considered a controlled feed, kind of like Mauser bolt actions, where like there's a pretty precise timing of all things kind of working together for like the cartridge to get behind the hook, the extractor hook.
Right.
So, there's some stuff has to be done. There's a 10A performance extractor test. If you want that course of fire, I can send it to you. But that's intended to be shot with duty ammo to make sure it extracts correctly. It's not like the end all for it's not an end all test, but it is usually pretty indicative of now again, or actually, I'm sorry, not again, but as a caveat, it was designed for 45 caliber 1911, so I don't know how well it translates.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold off on unless anything crazy happens. I'm gonna try and get through 500 rounds. And then start chasing stuff. Like, if it keeps spitting them in my face, I'll say, "Okay, cool. Like, I gotta figure this out."
Well, so extractors are easy. If it's not tensioned enough, you can literally just take it out, put it in the extractor, or put it in the firing pin channel or the extractor channel. You can just kind of bend it down a little bit, put it back in, dry it. It's pretty easy.
Okay.
But
Well,
I mean, I think a 1911 is going to be nice for you because you can kind of tinker. I think it'll be a fun gun for you.
I've already figured out the fun.
Yeah, these are. I'm gonna get. I'll get a 2011 and I'll have
These are fickle. fickle mistresses.
I was telling Kevin, I think I'm just going to start shooting these again. So just like they get me all excited, and I'm very happy with them. And we talked about this with a guest that's coming up, which I'll tell you about at the end of the episode, depending on how long this episode is. Probably not too much longer, but I'll tell you later.
Well,
You
the
gotta
other
wait
thing
until the
is,
end.
remember how you were talking about your grip safety, like having to really crank on the grip safety? I don't really have
There's the best way to do that is to hold down the grip safety with an empty safe gun. Obviously, just kind of like an armorer's check.
My gun is empty and safe.
All right, so you just kind of like pin the trigger back a little bit, not enough to press a round off.
Okay.
But you can kind of, or I'm sorry, press on the trigger.
Pressing.
And then start pressing on the grip safety. And so press the trigger back and then start pushing on the grip safety. You can see how far you have to push the grip safety in before the trigger moves.
Okay.
He's still doing it.
I did it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can check to see kind of like how much pre-travel or whatever engagement you have on the grip safety. Typically, these guns are just have like drop-in safeties or grip safety, so you kind of have to adjust them if you want them. But I mean, they're perfectly usable. It's not. Not usable.
I'm coming into this so brand new. I don't have any reference to what is. I don't have any reference points yet. So to me, this is. I mean, it feels fine. Like I'm not like.
So, only having when you eventually get, 10-round magazines, is there any does it give you pause at all that you said you would be considering carrying this for a limited amount of time, or
I would.
Is it just like as a justification to buy the gun? You're like, well, I should probably carry it.
I do want to carry it a couple of times just to see how it feels and make me feel like a real man. I'm a real cowboy.
It does feel pretty good, like carrying 1911s. I mean, they're like, ugh. I feel like
out
a grizzled.
I got 10 shots to get it right.
Yeah, So, I like. They get me excited. These guns make me happy. And there's something about an actual 1911 over a 2011. There's something special about these.
And to be fair, I've been carrying a 365. I mean, I'd recently just switched back over to a Glock 19 style pistol with 18 rounds total. So I've been carrying like 13 rounds. So this is 10. So I'm only losing 3. That's not
but it's a much bigger gun.
Yeah, because I'm a big man and I have a small penis.
Well, it'll be interesting for when you actually start trying to carry this in terms of what you think about it, because your gun doesn't have a mag well or anything like that. So reloading quickly, it'll be interesting and yours doesn't have checkering, so you don't have to like. I had to really work on my hands. Now I have calluses and it doesn't hurt me to shoot this gun anymore. But this gun was. It took some getting used to because the checkering it's 20 LPI, so it's very, very, very like imagine one of those hammers you beat meat with to make it tender.
Beat your meat with
the
a
tenderizer.
Yeah, is that what you call it, Bryce? You call it the tenderizer?
The meat tenderizer. Yeah, it's that. Like it's so aggressive. It's great. I love it. Like, after I got used to it, this is amazing. And the gun just feels so good in my hand.
The G10 grips, like, they're pretty aggressive for...
Let me see it. Those are pretty nice.
I mean, they're fairly decent. Like, I feel like I have a solid...
I like that it comes with ambi safeties. That's pretty cool.
I mean, I guess I'm not really... I mean, they're usable. I'm just not.
Yeah, when you shoot offhand, it's a lot more convenient.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you have to wrap around the gun.
Yeah.
Not as fun.
Or you'd have to use like you'd have to, I see. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
But it's
Well,
definitely invigorating me and it's exciting me. And here's the really cool part. So the RXM I have, I still that trigger, I went back and pressed it a couple of times. I still like it. So I still like that crispness because it reminds me of the 1911 to a degree.
interesting. Because I played with some RXMs. Actually, I played with an RXM today. I was taking my wife to an appointment.
Yeah.
And after I was given credit as a good husband, so we went to she was like, "Yes, we can go to the gun store and you can look around." I'm like,
You bullied your
"Yes."
wife to get to the gun store.
No, she was like, "You've been really helpful, so we can go to the gun
Uh,
store." She was really nice. It was really nice of her. Okay? God, sully this for me. But we went and we lost the plot a little bit, but now we're back. I played with an RXM, and yeah, I mean, I it felt like a well broken in Glock trigger with a nice roll. It was pretty good. I did like that. I mean, it felt good. It is not a 1911 trigger though. Like it's not.
okay. Okay.
I don't
That's
agree.
maybe
I think that's a
that's too much.
pretty.
That's too much. But
Yeah, it's
I, w-
not. I don't
I
think
can
they're
tell you,
comparable at all.
I can tell you after about 1,000 to 2,000 rounds, I'm putting about 1,000 rounds, maybe 2,000. There are some. The trigger still rolls nice. Like it doesn't seem to be
Well, I can only imagine it'd get better.
wearing like a normal Glock trigger does.
Hmm. Well, it'll be interesting to see what experiences you have with that gun, mostly because I mean, I've had light strike issues with mine. Granted, the ammo I was shooting through it was kind of known for
I feel
potentially
like
hard primers.
you have a pretty interesting track record with some quality ammo.
Yeah, I seem to not have great luck when it comes to ammo. I have because I mean even the from what I remember, I was pretty sure Monarch gave me a problem, but only the two ammo types that gave me an issue were that Scorpion stuff, which is of dubious quality. And
Yeah,
Monarch, which is
why don't you tell the people
slightly not
what
as
I
good.
said what I said verbatim when you said I can shoot someone I come.
I I don't know.
I said
What'd you
ew.
say? Ew. Yeah, he did say ew. Well, it's interesting because I mean, people there hear two different sides when you hear people talk about shooting 1911s or 2011s. There's some people that claim that their guns can do like they can shoot the crappiest ammo possible, just like a 19 or just like a Glock, and it's not as picky. And then there's some
Yep.
people that say, "Oh, well, it requires different ammo." Like it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see because I would say this is one of the nicer handguns I've ever bought.
Yeah.
Because normally, as you well know, I typically like plastic guns. So I mean, I don't really make a habit
Plastic.
of. Yeah, I mean, I like. I'm still
Is the
trying to get
92 is the 92 Delta a joke to you, sir?
I yeah, I guess so. That's a good point. I forgot about that. Well, yeah, but okay, so what I'm saying is it's not like a bougie gun though. I don't really
Yeah.
I mean, the most exciting other gun I have is the 625. That's probably the other nice gun that I own, which is right here. No, you people can't see it, but
You
it's
people.
always within it's always within touching distance.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think Sunday I'm gonna try and make a trip out to the range and just bring. I think I have like some MagTech, some Monarch. I have some Blizzard too. I think so. I'll bring like a mishmash of that
Hodgepodge.
hodgepodge. I got a couple rainbow bags of duty ammo that I need to cycle through anyway. So I'll just
Haha.
bring some of
Haha.
those.
Duty.
What?
You
Oh,
said duty.
I thought you were laughing at rainbow.
Why?
I don't know.
What's funny about rainbow? Can you
What?
taste the rainbow, Kevin?
I did taste the rainbow, and I'm happy you said that. They took out titanium dioxide
You
from
know what's funny?
Skittles.
We got a we got a comment that a guy was like, "You guys talk a lot, or you guys uh, talk a lot
Talk a
about
lot
nothing,
and say nothing.
And I was like, I don't think you understand the point of long form
We talk
podcasts.
in circles, sir, for you. And now we're going to talk in more circles.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much us in a nutshell. We're not saying anything of importance. We're just kind of we like to be we like to think that we're the podcast that you play in the background and then you kind of tune in and go, what the fuck are they talking about? You
Uh,
know,
oh,
just to
also,
pass the time.
also, I wiped it and oiled it already.
Okay. Did you have you taken it apart?
I have. Now,
How was
just
taking that apart?
a bitch, an absolute
Really?
bitch. For me,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, I'm so used to a Glock, which you just pull it back, drop the slide block release, let it fly forward, out pops slide barrel, done.
Yeah, it's a bit more involved. And bushing guns are even a little bit more because this is a bull barrel gun, and I don't have to
Yeah,
worry about bushings and stuff.
I know, I know. It took me about 20 minutes or so to figure that out.
Yeah.
Well, I had to watch a shaky video like
Yeah,
7
you gotta
times.
rotate it one way, and then you rotate it the other way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
And
definitely.
ideally, you take the slide off first, and then you let the spring kinda, like, explode in your hands a little bit, and then you take the gun a little bit out of battery so you're not wearing on the
Yeah,
locking
that's what I did.
surfaces from the bushing of the barrel.
That's what that's the video that I watched. That's pretty much what they did. So I
Yeah,
depress
that's the Hilton Yam way, the
like
AMU way.
I depress this. I move the bushing out of the way, and I you know did it as the video showed me. I was like, okay.
That's good. So, what are you looking for out of I realized I never mentioned, I switched my firing pin to a steel firing pin to see if I could fix
Oh, did it?
my my
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't been able to shoot it.
Oh, right. Because okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there some stuff happened, I couldn't shoot this week, so, uh, yeah, it'll be interesting. So, what are you expecting out of this?
And then the experience as a whole,
Yeah, I mean, what were you I mean, other than just checking off the American box of I own 1911, what were you expecting the
I
gun
I
why did you choose the gun that you chose, and
I
what do you think is gonna be different about it than something else?
I chose the gun that I chose because it's a 1911 9mm. It was a gear pack. That was a pretty decent factor for me. Because again, the optics kinda garbage, the mags are kinda, whatever, but it gets me to the range over buying just like a $2,000 TRP that comes with 1 mag, and I have to then source everything, and then that's just no bueno. So I got the gear pack. I got specifically the Springfield operator commander size, mainly because Silton Yam recommended it, and since he's like the godfather to me of 1911s, his
The TRPs come with 3 mags, by the way, just so you know.
I thought
So,
it was
you know.
1. You told me 1.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you did.
No, I said they come with these 3 crappy mags that I don't use.
No, you said that gun came with 3 crappy mags.
This gun, yeah, but TRPs as a whole, I'm pretty sure come with 3 mags.
Wait, I asked you specifically, and you're like, "Oh, I think they only come with 1 mag." And I was like, but Helsingam recommending this when I asked him about a good starter gun for me, and I carry his opinion very highly, and I gotta say, I'm really liking it, and I got it in 9mm. I know it's kinda, like, long-winded at the end of the episode. I got it in 9mm for 2 reasons. 1, 45 is grossly expensive, and I'm poor. 2,
That's
I
fair.
don't wanna shoot a 4 1/4 45. I think that would really
It's not bad.
damper my experience of Odin in 1911. I don't wanna do something and be like, "Oh, this is so terrible to shoot." I don't like shooting it.
Yeah, 3 9-round magazines.
Well,
It's
I stick
literally
by
on the
my
website.
I can't read. And I got a
Okay.
dot. I got this really cool, cheap Chinesium dot that's gonna come off as soon as they got a hollow sun.
I was gonna say it's just like it's a footprint holder. But like I don't think you saved any money, to be honest.
The pistol itself, without any of the gear pack stuff, came in at about 1,000. I spent about 1,200, so
Yeah,
not
but
too
had you
much.
just got the gun by itself, it would have been probably like 9 something, maybe a little less.
I don't know how to do math.
And then just the additional
I
$50.
bought it very
you would have gotten the
emotionally.
plate.
It took me all day, literally all day, to buy this thing, and then I had to correct my payment. So it was a very emotional buy. And by the end of it, I was like, "Fuck it, this is what I'm doing."
Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of experience you have out of this. Just kind of not having
I need to get a holster.
any exposure at all.
That's my next go-to is, maybe a Dark Star gear. You were saying 5-inch holster would be better than
I have good luck getting holsters, specifically in an appendix. I've had good luck getting holsters that are longer than the actual muzzle of the pistol because I've had an issue with rollout, not very
So,
frequently, but enough
for
for me
those
to
at home, including myself, what is rollout?
when the gun, more specifically, this happens more frequently with smaller, more concealable handguns like P365s, but things that don't have very particularly long muzzles around the waistline, like when you lean forward or you might be entangled, you might be fighting on the ground, the guns can roll out of your waistband. So like if you've ever had a really small gun on and it like kind of flips out of your belt, like when you're taking your pants off and it just kind of flops there, like imagine that, but on your body. Typically a holster with a longer muzzle will also potentially conceal better. And also for me, especially with the 5-inch guns, these carry particularly well because the muzzle goes past my dick and balls. So it isn't like when I sit down, because I sit at a computer sometimes, it's not mashing my nuts, which it's pre-parted the Red Sea, if you will.
It's not tickling your balls?
Yeah, so it's not that was the one thing I had with the J frame is I forget I had it on and I throw myself down and it would just boom right on one of the boys because it's a shallow holster. It's not very deep into your pants.
You have such massive nuts that
I got the baby juice balls. Baby juice boys. Baby juice
little
makers.
grapes.
The little, yeah, hey, listen, they fucking work. I have a kid, all right? I did the thing. I did an adult thing making small humans. Okay.
Humans?
Well, human, but
Oh, I thought you were going to say
I'm
something.
planning ahead.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Ew. But
that would be how I would like tell Kevin too. I'd be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I think the next 2 items on my list for this will be a usable red dot that's not a fucking strobe light, and a holster. And then I'll start worrying
Viridian.
about it's a strobe light. It's I can't.
Oh! It was literally okay. I see what you mean. I'm
It
sorry.
goes
I was like,
in
what?
and out, and in and out.
That's actually kind of
And
crazy.
then-
So that's because of how aggressive the red dot or like the auto dim is.
Can you see the top of the right here?
Yeah.
See this dot right here? That little white dot?
Yeah.
That's the light sensor.
Wow. Can you
So
just put like a piece of tape over it?
I thought about that, and you probably could, and it dims it to the dimmest level. So I could. That's a very quick and dirty. I also thought about taking a paint pen and just dabbing.
You could also take a hammer and just hit it as hard as you can.
Well, I will. Well, I will. If
That'll be how
video
you're announcing
gets
to the world.
enough likes and comments and love, I will. I absolutely
and then
will.
he'll shoot himself in the knee. Just
Why
for
would
the
I
love
shoot
of the
myself
game.
in the knee?
Because you
Why are
care
you
about what
assuming
these
I'm
people
hitting
want.
hitting a
assuming.
loaded gun.
I'm promising these people. You're gonna like shoot yourself in the knee if they ask.
I'm not gonna shoot
because
myself in the knee.
we're
Absolutely not.
entertainers, Kevin.
No,
We are
no.
entertainers
No,
first.
no, 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 no.
Our lives and well-being do not matter.
No,
We are
no.
trash.
No.
We are
I
slaves
I
to
draw,
the cinematic
I draw the
and
line.
entertainment gods.
I draw the line at any headline grabbing left no gun media will pick
I
up.
want everybody to know. I don't want there to be any level of confusion. We are absolutely saying a lot of nothing. You are correct, listener.
We have said
we have
nothing,
nothing to add.
but sometimes if you read between the lines, there's still nothing.
By the way, I think if you're going to get one of the gear packs, I think getting it for the 2011 makes the most sense because the double stack mags are kind of like, because they come with, I mean, decent.
But
well, not decent. I mean, they come with 4 or 5, actually 5 17-round magazines. I mean, they're
but like
it's
no
like
shit. It's like $1,800. That's not.
But what's
deal.
crazy? No, it's not. It's like 16 and 17. But like the metal forms at this or whatever. Actually, I don't remember what these are. But the mags that come with the TRPs, like they're filler mags, and the magazines that come with the Prodigies are actual magazines. You can use them. They're good quality. You can put their bodies. Like, so at the end of the day, you can rebuild them and customize them because they're a standard footprint.
Oh, you can you? That's interesting. That's an interesting.
Well, Kevin hasn't gotten into the experimentation when it comes to 2011s and 1911s.
That's true. I have not yet.
There's these tubes, like if these were, because Kevin thinks I'm trying to make a different point than I am. What I'm trying to say is these aren't really like a standard footprint. So like if you had a Chip McCormick, if you had a Wilson Combat, or if you had a magazine tube that you could scale, like regardless of the brand, this is sort of stuck as it is.
Okay.
But if it was like a Chip McCormick tube, or if it was like a Wilson Combat tube, or something that you could do something with past, like, because this is relatively thin. And I mean, there's not much customization you could do to these magazines.
No, they're pretty.
There isn't really an ecosystem that works. I've tried different base plates on them; they don't really work because they're too. They're meant for night. Or the tube's a little bit weirdly length. It's a weird length. It's not standardized. That's what I was trying to say. The 2011 mags that come with the Prodigies, they're at least a standard footprint. So you can put aftermarket base plates on them. You can put different springs, different followers. You can do whatever you want with them because it's a standardized shape. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, eventually I'll.
That's one thing 1911s have never really had.
I'll shut out.
They've never been standardized
per mag. That was a culture shock.
Yeah, it's kind of like shooting an HK because HKs are kind of the same thing. You know, they're not cheap.
Like
European guns, I would say as a whole, are not particularly cheap.
I have these raggedy ass bags that will work, but when I want to get like better bags, it's like $50 a mag. So if I get 5 times 4, that's $200. That's like $220 after shipping. It's a lot.
Yeah, especially for something you're not like. For me, I'm carrying this full time. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna review it. I'm looking at it. It's also a hobby, carrying, like, it gives me something to do, as you well know. So, I mean, there is that. So,
yeah, I wonder, does Blade Tech make a holster?
For what?
So I can outside the waistband carry on my.
Literally everybody that has ever existed has made a 1911 holster at some point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is that's one nice thing is you can pretty much just go to most companies and, oh, hey, look, a 1911 holster.
That would be kind of cool to put the belt on and go to the local gun range I'm starting to go to, and do draws and fire.
Everybody will hate you.
Why?
Everybody is going to hate you. I hope
why?
You know that.
But why?
Because you're going to saunter up there and you're just going to be like, I got my outside the waistband with my 1911.
Yeah.
You're the worst.
Why am I the worst?
You are the
So I
worst.
have to have a Glock 19 that I can just
You're
drill
gross.
fucking
You're a
hole in.
gross, silly man. I hope you know that. You're a butt face. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
I
sure.
don't
I'm
know what
sure when I
else
go
Rodney
to
mean.
the range I go to, somebody at some point's gonna ask me, "That's a real nice pistol you got there, son." But thank you kindly, sir. 2 world
See,
wars.
people seem less excited about spending more than $600 on a handgun anymore. Because I remember, maybe I'm misremembering this, but I remember people being less like taken aback when I was like, oh yeah, this was however much money versus like, because I think people are getting used to like AR-15s being basically, under a grand.
Well, yeah,
And
and Gen 3 clothes being under
yeah,
$400.
and you don't have to you don't really have to spend a lot of money for good quality stuff. That when you do get something that's nicer, or air quotes, nicer, or more expensive than the normal thing,
Well,
it's a little,
you can,
I don't know.
and I did think about this. You can cheap out on the 1911, but I feel like it really sullies your experience. So I
Yeah,
think $1,000.
unless it's just like an Instagram picture machine.
Right. But I feel like, and I did some research before I bought this, and this seems to be like the bottom mid okay quality
Yeah,
pistol for the price,
without
which
being
is
Turkish.
without being Turkish. I mean, maybe the Croatians put it together. Who the hell knows?
No, they didn't.
Not even the ones that they have working at their factories illegally.
Yes, there is a common illegal Croatian problem in this country. I forgot.
You did.
All right. I got to figure out what am I naming this episode? What do you think? What do you think I should call it? The one
Kevin, the Kevin and
where
the cowboy Kevin.
Kevin gets a 1911.
No. Kevin becomes
No, I
patriotic.
already did it. Nope.
No, go
I
back.
already named it.
Kevin
Too late.
Kevin becomes patriotic.
Nope.
Kevin becomes
All right.
patriotic.
All right. Oh, hold on.
That's
hold
a
on.
lot funnier.
Kevin
And more
becomes. I'll put it in the description. Patriotic and joins the 1911
socialist club.
fuck yourself fan club.
Like
Yeah,
Pistol Form is just a socialist club dressed up to be a pistol form.
That's where all the commies go. All right. Well, I think that's probably enough. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this absolute nonsense. We apologize if you were expecting something productive. We have nothing productive to offer. We apologize, but we can say Happy Friday.
I don't apologize.
Kevin doesn't.
Happy
apologize.
Friday. Enjoy your payday if you get paid. If you don't get paid,
Yes.
just wait till next Friday.
Next Monday, or not next Monday, but the Monday coming up. My days are fucked up. Monday coming up, we have Chris Baker from Lucky Gunner Ammo. Sorry, Lucky Gunner coming on to revisit. Sorry, I have Lucky Gunner. What was the face? Lucky Gunner Ammo? No, it's just Lucky Gunner, right? Is that what you're looking at me for? Lucky Gunner.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's Lucky Gunner Ammo.
Is it?
What? Yeah, it's
No.
literally called. Oh no, it just says Lucky Gunner.
No, what are you talking? No, wait.
No, it's Lucky Gunner Ammo. I was right.
The next episode we're doing?
What other? What?
Today's
no,
the
not
23rd.
what we're recording. Yes.
Oh.
What is going on with you?
I'm a 1911 fan. Leave me alone.
He forgets, like, so we run ahead of what our release schedule is. So we're recording with a different person. I'm not gonna spoil that one, but we're recording with a different person ahead of where Kevin thinks we are. He forgets that we're still trying to get used to this schedule thing.
I was touching my 1911.
God, that's hopefully all he's actually doing. Thank you for tuning in, guys, and look for Chris Baker on Monday. We had a great talk. I mean, we always have a really I really like talking to him because it's a very candid conversation about something that's pretty personal, which is what you carry and what reasons you have for carrying guns and what changed between the time that we purchased our first guns to now. It was a really good talk. I always am happy to have him on the show. So something to look forward to. And as always, thank you. Seriously, we wouldn't be able to do this without you. Like, comment, subscribe, leave 5-star review, call to action things. We really appreciate you. We wouldn't be able to We wouldn't be able to do this without you. We really appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. Have a good one. And happy Friday.
Yep. And don't forget to listen on the toilet, in the car, in the bed, at
Hey,
work,
you made it to the end of the video. Very cool. You should like and subscribe.
on Facebook and Instagram.
And Twitter and Spotify. You should listen there too. If you
Aren't they
heard
listening
this on
to
Spotify.
this on Spotify right now?
Well, they could be, but there's also YouTube podcasts. So, all of the places.
We always forget where we post this stuff.
We don't know where this is. Thank you for listening wherever you're listening to, but you should also like the other places that we are. And
Who are we and what the hell are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know how we got here. So thank you for letting us talk directly into your ear holes.
Right to the brain.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Adios.